Colorectal cancer. A conversation could save a life. A disease that has taken the lives of thousands. Simply because they thought they were just constipated. This isn't a shocking statement meant to scare you. It's a heartbreaking truth that plays out quietly, every single day in our communities. Colorectal cancer, also known as colon cancer, is one of the leading causes of cancer-related deaths in the United States. The statistics are deeply alarming. An estimated 52,900 deaths and 154,270 new cases expected in 2025 alone. But here's what I need you to pay close attention to. 90% of these cases occur in people over the age of 50, with the highest risk between ages 65 and 74. That means this disease is targeting our parents, our uncles and aunts, our grandparents. Have you ever thought that? A little digestive discomfort that lingers is just from something you ate? A bit of blood on the toilet paper is probably just hemorrhoids or constipation. Or losing a few pounds is normal as you get older. I've witnessed far too many heartbreaking stories, truly too many, where these small, seemingly harmless signs were ignored until the day they walked into the hospital and the disease had already reached a point of no return. The regret, the pain left behind for those who remain, is something no words can ever make right. Today, if you're over the age of 50, or if you have parents, aunts, uncles, or grandparents in that age group, please take a few minutes to truly listen to the information in this video. It could help you catch a silent threat growing inside the body, and more importantly, it could save the life of someone you love, because sometimes the line between life and death is just one simple screening. A story that's all too common. Imagine being a 65-year-old father, living with your wife in a quiet little house in the suburbs of Texas. You've spent your entire life working hard, all for the hope of enjoying these years in peace, surrounded by your family and grandchildren. Everyone sees you as strong, energetic, and full of life. But lately, things start to feel off. You feel bloated more often, your bowel movements aren't as smooth, and sometimes there's a bit of blood on the toilet paper. You think, it's probably just hemorrhoids, or maybe something I ate. You don't tell anyone, not your wife, not your kids, because you don't want them to worry. You quietly reassure yourself, it'll go away in a few days. At my age, little things like this are normal. 3 months later, you've lost 15 pounds without trying. You feel tired all the time. Even simple tasks leave you short of breath. A walk in the garden feels like a climb. When your children finally visit and see how much weight you've lost, how hunched your back has become, how you can no longer sit upright, they panic and rush you to the hospital. After reviewing the results, the doctor says, "Stage 3 colon cancer." And with a look of deep regret, the doctor adds, "If you had come in just a few months earlier, the outcome could have been very different." That story isn't rare. It's a reality happening every single day. Each year, over 150,000 people in the US are diagnosed with colorectal cancer. Most of them find out too late, simply because they ignored the early signs, thinking it was just a minor digestive issue. And many have paid a heartbreaking price for that assumption. So, are you ignoring similar signs? What about your parents? Don't let that same mistake turn into a lifetime of regret. What is colorectal cancer? And why are older adults more at risk? Colorectal cancer occurs when cells in the colon or rectum begin to grow abnormally and uncontrollably, eventually forming a tumor. If not detected early, that tumor can spread to the liver, lungs, or other organs, making treatment far more difficult. What many people don't realize is that this disease often starts with polyps, small, benign growths that usually cause no noticeable symptoms. These polyps can quietly sit in your colon for years without you ever knowing. But after 5 to 10 years, some of them may turn cancerous. And that is the golden window. The critical time when we have a chance to act, to detect and remove these silent threats, before they ever become cancer. So, why are older adults more likely to develop this disease? 1. The natural aging process. As we age, the cells in our bodies accumulate small errors each time they divide. Over time, these errors can lead to genetic mutations, causing cells to grow abnormally and uncontrollably. At the same time, our immune system, the body's natural defense force, becomes less efficient, making it harder to detect and destroy cancer cells early. 2. A lifetime of habits. Years of unhealthy eating and sedentary living also play a major role. A diet high in red or processed meats, like sausages or bacon, and low in fiber from vegetables and fruits, combined with lack of physical activity, are scientifically proven risk factors for colorectal cancer. 3. Ignoring early symptoms. This is one of the most common psychological patterns. Older adults often have a higher tolerance for discomfort. They tend to dismiss unusual symptoms, thinking it's just part of getting older. Because of this, signs like constipation, unexplained weight loss, or long-term fatigue often go unchecked, giving cancer time to grow. And for all these reasons, over 90% of colorectal cancer cases occur in people over the age of 50. What's even more alarming is that early-stage colorectal cancer often has no clear symptoms at all. 7 early warning signs. These are signals you should never ignore. There's something I want to emphasize. The following signs may be your body's way of warning you. Please, don't overlook them. 1. Persistent changes in bowel habits. If you suddenly experience diarrhea or constipation, lasting for several weeks with no clear cause, this could be a sign of something abnormal. 2. The feeling of not being done after a bowel movement. A sense that your bowels still feel full, even after you've just used the bathroom. A tumor in the rectum can create this persistent urge. 3. Blood in your stool, even just a little. This is one of the most common warning signs. Don't assume it's just hemorrhoids or constipation. The blood may appear bright red or dark, and sometimes it's just a faint streak. But it matters. 4. Thin, narrow, or ribbon-like stool. If your stool becomes significantly thinner than usual, it could be due to a tumor narrowing the passage in your colon. 5. Unexplained weight loss. Losing a noticeable amount of weight without dieting or increasing exercise. Cancer cells often consume a lot of the body's energy, causing this symptom. 6. Ongoing fatigue, even after rest. A constant sense of exhaustion or lack of energy. This may be due to slow internal blood loss from a tumor, something many people don't notice. 7. Bloating, gas, or dull pain in the lower abdomen. Discomfort, pressure, or a dull ache in the lower belly or rectal area that doesn't go away. If you have 2 or more of these signs, or even just one that lasts longer than 2 weeks, don't wait. See a doctor. Don't let a small moment of hesitation steal your most valuable time. Early detection, the golden key to survival. If caught early, the chance of successful treatment can exceed 90%. That number is incredibly hopeful. A light we simply can't afford to ignore. But if you wait too long, not only does treatment become far more painful and expensive, it also significantly reduces your chance of survival. A friend of mine once shared a story about his mother. She was in her 60s and had been dealing with prolonged constipation. Thankfully, he took the initiative and scheduled a screening for her. The results revealed a small polyp, and it was removed immediately. After that, she remained perfectly healthy with no concerns about cancer. That story is a clear reminder of the difference between acting early and waiting too long. So please, don't wait for obvious symptoms. Be proactive. Get screened early. Who's at higher risk? Adults over the age of 50, especially those between 65 and 74. Pablo, who eat a diet high in red or processed meats and low in vegetables. Those with a sedentary lifestyle, obesity. People who smoke or drink regularly. Family history of colorectal cancer, past polyps, or conditions like ulcerative colitis. You can't change your age or your genetics, but you can change your lifestyle, and most importantly, you can take charge by getting screened and protecting yourself. Effective screening methods, choosing what's right for you. Detecting colorectal cancer early isn't difficult. There are several effective screening options, each suited to different needs and situations. Fecal occult blood test, FOBT, fecal immunochemical test, FIT. This is a simple, non-invasive test that can be done at home. You collect a stool sample and send it to a lab to check for hidden blood. This test is recommended once a year. Stool DNA test, Cologuard. Also done at home, this test looks for abnormal cells or DNA linked to colorectal cancer in your stool. Cologuard is recommended once every 3 years. Colonoscopy. This is considered the gold standard for colorectal cancer screening. A doctor uses a flexible tube with a camera to examine your entire colon. One major advantage is that any polyps found can be removed on the spot before they have a chance to become cancerous. If your results are normal, you only need to repeat this test every 10 years. Sigmoidoscopy. Similar to a colonoscopy, but it only examines the lower part of the colon. This test is recommended every 5 years. Talk to your doctor about which screening method is best for your health, lifestyle, and family history. And remember, regular screening is your best defense. Don't wait until symptoms appear. By then, it could be too late. Preventing cancer starts with the smallest habits. Preventing colorectal cancer doesn't require anything drastic. It simply begins with small, everyday choices. Let's build these habits together. Eat more fiber. Add more leafy greens, fruits, and whole grains to your meals. Fiber helps your digestive system run smoothly and flushes out harmful substances from the body. Limit red and processed meats. Try to cut back on red meats and replace them with lean options like chicken or fish. Avoid canned and processed foods as much as possible. Move your body for just 30 minutes a day. Gentle activities like walking, gardening, yoga, or Tai Chi are more than enough to boost your overall health and lower your cancer risk. Get enough sleep and stay positive. Aim for 6 to 8 hours of sleep each night and try to manage stress. A calm, positive mindset strengthens your immune system. Quit smoking and reduce alcohol. These are two major risk factors for many cancers, not just colorectal cancer. Reducing or eliminating them makes a big difference. Make screening part of your routine. Think of regular screenings as an important appointment with your own health. Don't wait for symptoms to appear. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to start with even one small change today. Dear friend, taking care of your health isn't just for you. It's one of the most precious gifts you can give to the people who love you. A simple screening, an extra serving of vegetables, a quiet morning walk. These small actions can help you live healthier, longer, and more joyfully with the people who matter most. And that's worth more than anything in the world. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss future content. Golden 60 will be here with you every step of the way on your journey to healthy, happy golden years. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.